Okay, guys, thank you very much for being here. Today, we're going to cover conversion rate optimization. Obviously, we teach how to bring more visitors to your website en masse using all the strategies that Hamish has come up with over the last few months. It's crucial now that we start to actually convert those into revenue, into customers, into leads, whatever it might be in your case. Today, I want you to leave this call knowing 100% for certain that your website's homepage is built to convert. And then at the end of the session, we're going to do some live teardowns, people's websites in real time. And then finally, you can ask some questions at the end. So before we get kicked off, just so you know who I am, obviously Hamish is Mr. Income Stream Surfers. You know him well. I guess you could call me Mr. Craft. So I am the managing director of the agency, which, Hamish has joined. And I've been developing this company over the last sort of 3 or 4 years. We're very big on workmanship, quality, and this is actually my father, who's a blacksmith. And so we like to say we're kind of modern craftspeople in that sense. And my background is in conversion rate optimization. I've been working closely to develop a Shopify theme, which we're going to be launching around March 4th. We take just one page, for example, here. There's over 77 items which have gone into this from a conversion rate perspective. Some of those are, people currently looking at this product, right? Fear of missing out, social proof, benefit stacking, clear descriptions, multiple ways to check out, such as subscribe and save, multi-buying to unlock free delivery. And in your copy of the worksheet, you'll see we've listed off all of the items, okay? We're going to cover 21 items or so today. And what I want to do is I want to go through this checklist, and by the time we're finished, you are going to have a clear visual on where the gaps are in terms of your home page's propensity to convert. The idea is that you'll probably end today with a few of these marked good and a few of these marked bad. And what I want to kind of give you is just that clear picture, because if they can be improved, but you already have them there, you're not doing too badly. If you're giving them a mark as bad, then they probably need some urgent attention. And if you're marking them as good, well, then they don't need any attention. So let's kick off, guys, here with the first one. Anybody, any questions, by the way, before we start?
At any time, if you could think about or share any perspective as it applies to like a service-based web page instead of just a fully e-com, that would be awesome.
Most definitely. I am completely aware that quite a few of these are ecom related, and I'm going to do some live teardowns. And one of the ones I'm going to show you is our own website that I've been putting together over the last while. So don't worry, we'll definitely cover service-based stuff as well.
Awesome, thanks.
No problem. So let's start with the first one, guys. The homepage promotes site-wide offers on the top of the page. For example, free shipping with urgency and scarcity triggers. So if you click on example, let's have a look at a couple of examples. We can see we've got these examples here of site-wide promotions with urgency. So in the top example, we actually have an animation that comes in, and it's kind of a coupon unlock. Okay, so we've got the site-wide promotion, which is basically this bar that sits at the top of your page. You can see I have one on Craft, but it's not really an urgency trigger. It's actually more of like kind of a, how would you say, it's an environmental cause. It's a social entrepreneurship kind of play that we have here, because we plant a tree every day you're a customer at Craft. So I've used it in that sense, but in an e-commerce sense, you would use it more so like in the example here, where you're maybe highlighting a specific offer and you're giving a clear call to action to that offer. So who has a site-wide offer at the moment? You can raise your hand in Zoom if you have. Okay, Ryan, you have. Very good. Interesting. So just Ryan. That is very, very interesting. It basically means that all the rest of you, you're missing the first trick there, which is your site-wide offer. Okay, so hopefully by now you've all marked your sheet. In this case, I'll work along this with you. So I'm going to go to my copy, and I have a site-wide offer on my website. So I'm going to mark this as good. Okay, so the next one is the homepage is professionally designed. It's not overloaded, and it creates a positive first impression. This one is a little bit more abstract, right? Design is down to an individual's taste, but also there is a psychology around it. And my biggest thing that I can kind of share with you is the use of white space. Don't try and cram your website full of imagery and backgrounds and shapes and colors and patterns. Less is always more. Less is always more. Now, on my website, which I designed this personally, I tried to kind of use white space to my advantage. So it feels quite roomy when you land on here, and it's quite clear what the call to actions are. I've kept them very simple. What I would say is work on what we call an anchor graphic. And for me, the anchor graphic was this image of my father, where I've added a couple of graphs to it. You can't really beat it in one way. You see people using sliders and videos and things like that. But in my opinion, anyways, it's actually not required. You'll see this with another site we're building at the moment for a client in Ireland. These anchor graphics, right? You don't actually need to reinvent the wheel. You just need a good graphic and try and have that congruency then throughout the page as you go down. So everyone, please go to your sheets and in your opinion, tell me whether or not you think your homepage is professionally designed, not overloaded, and it creates a positive first impression. And give yourself a mark. I'm going to give myself good. So once you land on the homepage, you know the main products that the store is selling. For service-based business, that is, you know the services that they are selling. So again, if I look at my example for service-based business, it's not immediately obvious because, I mean, marketing services aren't exactly something 100% tangible, but I try and do that in the wording. We craft marketing strategies that grow your revenue. In the case of the example that I just showed you a moment ago from Green Saffron, it's pretty obvious what they are, but I would even go as far as to say we could make it more obvious potentially. But we need to make it crystal clear, super obvious what you're selling. Another one of our clients, Dapper Fam, as soon as you load it up, it's pretty obvious that Brandon is selling hat, okay? Pretty obvious. Two men, Hamish's example, but I would say it's also pretty obvious. So in your worksheets, guys, I'm going to leave mine as can be improved because I think as a service-based business, this probably leaves some room for improvement. I'm not exactly saying precisely what we do. I'm kind of saying how we do it, who we are. I'm not really saying what we do. So I'm learning here as we go as well. Anyone, any comments on this one?
Are you mostly concerned about what's above the fold here, or is it the like?
Yeah, exactly, David. We're kind of thinking about the first glance, first screen above the fold. Exactly.
What if you're
Again,
not
guys.
really selling anything? Like, I'm not selling anything. Should be, but I'm not.
Yeah, you're not selling anything. Remind me your website link there.
Mom versus the world. My new one is 1 Minute Boxing.
1 Minute Boxing. Be a nice domain name. 1minuteboxing.com.
Yes, that's brand new though. I don't have any content up yet. I mean, I have some blogs, like a couple of articles, but no video content, which is the majority of what it is.
Okay.
But it's like free workouts. It's intended to drive people to the website to look at the free workouts, and then I'm basing the business off of ad revenue.
Say that then.
Do you say that it's, that I'm basing my business off of ad revenue?
No, you say free training or free content or free video. Tell them what they're going to get. On this one, I think you're honestly missing your anchor graphic. I talked about mine, considering this. It's got like what we do in terms of our organic traffic results. It's got the fact that we're highly rated. It's got the fact that like my father is there, so there's a story to tell. Like those anchor graphics are really, really important.
Is that your actual father? No.
That's my actual father, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he is he's a real legit blacksmith. But he's an amazing artist and blacksmith and creates all sort of crazy stuff. So yeah, it is my actual father. All right, let's look at David Jose's. I don't exactly know what this means, the first sentence.
The place where I work.
Okay.
But it's in Mexico, so I'm thinking about changing that for Mexico.
I think that's probably a good idea, mate. Yeah. Now, obviously, that's just me because I'm not from Mexico, but yeah, I think change that to Mexico. Again, I'm gonna go back to this anchor graphic because you can say so much in just a short, quick graphic. Like for you, Dub G, like if you had like a circle with you in it, and then like divorce in a box, and then something else in a box, and then David, for you, if you had like you with like some of your best photos, like this, and then maybe, I don't know, you taking a photo in the middle, and like then the text on the left. So I would consider for the service-based business people out there, do this left right, put some text on the left, and come up with an anchor graphic for the right. Sustainable and ethical fashion clothing. Yeah, beautiful in terms of the words, but my point stands. Show the fashion, show a little blurb, here's beautiful sustainable fashion, and yoink, there's the beautiful sustainable fashion, by the way. I'll show you another example, and this is a pretty good example of it. On one side, we're talking about what they do, and then, like I just showed you with the arrow, this little anchor graphic kind of summing up what they do, the product, the social proof, their followers on TikTok, their ratings. You can say so much in just a quick graphic.
Dude, that looks sick. That's beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It kind of has like Amazon vibes in a way, like with the top menu and the search bar and the clear basket and things like that. And like, of course, we're all proud of our brands, right? And we're all like, we want to put our unique stance on everything and things like that. But at the end of the day, we have websites so that we can convert them. If I give you this example, which I'm creating this e-commerce business with my father at the moment and I'm just going to try and find the right one. Yeah. So, and here we're using the same theme that I showed you at the beginning of the call, the Bloom theme, which here it looks very kind of, you know, salesy and it's not very authentic. But when you start to add some beautiful imagery, that is not my dad, by the way. When you start to add some beautiful imagery, some different colors, some logos, etc., you can see that that does the trick, and you still can keep the integrity of the conversion optimized items while still telling a meaningful story. So DT footwear next. Find your perfect fit. DT footwear. And again, I'm looking at these guys now. Some of these I've seen before, some of them I haven't. So I'm looking at this as if I was a user. Okay. And immediately, this isn't telling me exactly what's going on here until I scroll down.
Normally the slider would go after a couple of seconds, because then we've actually got, you know, actual images that are specific to the different styles that we're promoting.
And this looks much better, but this over here, this isn't telling me much. I would probably swap this out pretty lively.
Okay.
I like the rest of them. The rest of them actually really work. Okay, another shoe brand. You guys you're in on the shoes. Okay, so this is interesting because we're losing so much real estate with the logo. Like, this needs to be reduced by about 60%, I would say, and tucked into the corner. Go over to the left, and I would have these in line with it, and then all of a sudden you're going to save all of that space. But I like this. This is your anchor graphic. Nice. I like this. As a service-based business, this is giving me everything I need, except this is missing social proof. This is missing this. See this, guys? Missing the trust badges. But other than that, I really like the layout. Good job. Go securely, grow safely, investing in safety. Okay. It's not telling me the whole story immediately. I can tell you're doing some good stuff with your content though. Very good. Yeah, but it's not giving me the immediate hit. I would go back to maybe this example and go back to the first slide on this and say you need your anchor graphic as well. Does that make sense? Yeah, we took a bit of time on that one, but I think it was really worth it. I'm leaving mine as can be improved. This one is the homepage follows a clear, straightforward visual hierarchy. I'm going to refer to a couple of the ones that we've looked at to cover this point. This one has a good hierarchy, but it's missing some of the clear elements from before. This one also has a good hierarchy, but the layout is a bit janky in the top menu, so it would be better if everything was just reduced in size a little bit. This one, I would say, out of all the ones we've looked at, has one of the best visual hierarchies. Give yourself a mark for visual hierarchy. Okay, so the next one is the value proposition is clearly stated on the homepage. So the value proposition: lose weight, curb cravings, boost your energy. It's pretty obvious. Let's have a look at my one. Quality forging tools and equipment. Pretty obvious. If we go to this one, not particularly obvious. This one, I actually think the messaging is very obvious. Love it. This one, well, as we said, it needs a bit of attention just to make it a bit more simplified. Okay, so please everyone give yourself a mark on number 7. Okay. So the homepage contains meaningful, high quality graphics, not clip arts or pictures of models. Again, I think that's really going back to my anchor point. There's the anchor image. This has amazing product photography, so it gets away without using it. These product images are beautiful, beautiful product imagery there. You can tell these are all brands that aren't using stock images. So please, guys, go ahead and give yourself a mark on number 8. Okay, so the homepage contains 1 or 2, e.g. shop for men, shop for women, contains 1 or 2 visually prominent CTAs above the fold. Quite hard to do, actually. We've got two here. This, I would say, is a bit convoluted. I'm gonna have to talk to them about that. This here, we don't see any CTAs. We see menu items, but we're not seeing these kind of call to actions above the fold. This one is great. We've got kind of 2 pretty clear CTAs, in my opinion. Well, 3: get a quote, make a call, or fill in the form. There's more services I would potentially leave out. The inquiry. This one, it's got 2 CTAs, but you could make them a little bit more personalized, a bit more clickable. Like if we look at this one, I could also improve on it, but shop our best sellers and see products on sale. They're quite clickable. Got to make them clickable. Next, guys, we're going to cover specific deals and offers. Okay, so please mark that one. The homepage highlights the main benefits of shopping. This one is really important. We need to give customers reasons to stick around. Look at this one. Best mattress to buy online, the Apple Store of mattress stores. These are those kind of benefit stacks that we love to see on websites. They're reasons for people to stick around. On our one, we've done free delivery, 25% off if you buy 2 or more, and a 14-day money-back guarantee. So go ahead and give yourself a mark for that one. I'm not using them on my website, so can definitely be improved. The most important product categories are shown first, with descriptive photos near the top of the homepage. We don't have any categories here. We need categories. Featured products, not really a category. You want to kind of put your most profitable category there. You see this? this kind of caters for the different groups. But I mean, the thing to bear in mind there is that you want to put what's most profitable there. This is the way we've laid it out, is what's the number one product we want to sell, and we put that here front and center. It doesn't have to be laid out like this, but this is just one way of doing it. But this one, David, I would put like a couple of boxes here. Wedding photos, I don't know, after party photos. Give them some categories, give them something tangible, give them something to play with, give them something that suits them, something that they can relate to. Next one, guys. The store uses special category pages, bestsellers, so give yourself a mark for that one. There is a short list of the most important products supplemented with links on the homepage. Again, it's just giving real estate to important products, important services, and the way you lay those out. This is quite good. This is nice. Give real estate to the important products, the important services. Cool. Put this up, put these 5 stars in the top, please. The homepage contains an option for customers to contact the store. Hands up if you have live chat on your website. 2 of you guys. For the rest of you, I would put live chat on the website. There's loads of ways to do it. I really like Intercom. I just think Intercom is a very clean, it's a very clean system for live chat, and they're building some great AI tools as well. So I would potentially recommend you use Intercom. But I would also only probably do this at a point where, you know, you're getting a decent amount of traffic and sales. I know there is like free live chat tools. I can't remember, is it livechat.com is free, I think. And if you're on Shopify, then there's livechat.com. And if you're on Shopify, there's a native one as well. But other ways to get in contact as well, like this website does it quite well. Like this one, they're a little bit lost up here, I would say. This one, again, a little bit lost. I can see there is a contact us there, but I would maybe put that as a menu CTA at the top right instead, so that it's more obvious. You've got to make it easy for people. Like if I came on here and I happened to miss that there was a contact us there, which you very easily could, and I'm coming down and I'm learning more 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 and I'm learning more, and I still can't find a way to get in touch. If you want people to reach out to you, you're gonna have to make it really, really obvious for them. And I would definitely take a leaf out of this book. That the size of that phone number there is fantastic. We did something similar with a client in New York, where we put the call now very obvious. Talk to Oakwood, get my free call back, get my free call back, social proof, get my free call back, phone numbers on all of the locations. We're making it pretty obvious in terms of how they can get in touch. Please go ahead and give yourself a score for number 15 there. The homepage contains an option for customers to contact the store. Let's make it easy for people. Okay, the homepage shows recently viewed items for returning visitors. This won't apply to all of you, but for those with e-commerce brands, you will need to do this. There's apps for this on Shopify and WordPress. The story of the founders behind the product and store is shown, along with their mission and vision. I cannot stress this enough. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. You've got to tell a story about who you are, why they should trust you. Now, I actually will hold my hands up and say that although I know the story of my brand very well, I don't do the best job of telling it. You know, people don't know that this is me. People don't know that this is my dad. I think I've nailed social proof. And by the way, guys, I used VideoAsk for this. But I don't really tell the story, not particularly well. You have your founder's story here, do you?
Yes, down.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on your about page, you should have photos of your team. And if you link to your LinkedIn and to any other social accounts that you have, then that actually helps with ranking as well, just so you know, guys. So if you don't have the founder's story on your homepage, and you don't have an about page, and you don't have your about page linked up to LinkedIn, I would advise doing that from an SEO perspective. And just a quick one on VideoAsk while I have you all here. And we talked about live chat and ways to get in touch and ways to build trust. See this on the left? This is one way you can use VideoAsk. You click on this, and there is no doubt in any of your minds right now that this is an Italian fashion brand owner welcoming you to his brand.
That thing is sick.
He welcomes you, and then you can decide where to go next. So we want to push people to Keton. We have a click through to Keton. I'm going to show you just behind the scenes in VideoAsk, actually, guys, because if you're trying to collect user generated content like I have on my website, there's a few ways of using VideoAsk, which is one of the things I really like about it. You can use it down here as a way of immediately building trust with users. But we went a step further with iSuit. Now you can use it to collect the video reviews, and you can do some really cool shit with this. What I did for iSuit is we didn't just put one on the homepage to kind of build trust. We also built this user generated content flow. For those of you selling products, or for those of you wanting to collect reviews, putting this in your strategy could just be incredible. Go ahead and scan that, and just so you can see how creative you can actually be with this. Imagine putting this QR code in your thank you email, or in the box that you send the shoes in. Show you how it looks here. It does look better on mobile, but basically when someone views this on their phone, Salvio says, thank you for your purchase. So this goes in all the boxes. Thank you for your purchase. You can now join our family to receive exclusive discounts. Yes, I want my discount. It's our pleasure to welcome you to the family, and then record my unboxing video. And then within VideoAsk, as a customer has just scanned the QR code on the suit that they've received, they can record a video answer and submit that back to iSuit, and then they can use that as user-generated content. So yeah, there's loads of use cases for it. We use it to collect video reviews. A bit of a divergence there, guys, but I do just love VideoAsk. We're not sponsored by them or anything. Anyone got an idea that they might put that on their website? Do you think that would help?
Are you kidding? I can think of like myself and a number of client websites where this is a total game changer.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly. Like, I mean, just like for me, right? We've done this on a bunch of sites. For me, what's so cool about it is not even the fact that you can collect video reviews or that you can direct users around the site, but the fact that immediately when you land on any website, we haven't redesigned this or anything yet, but immediately, like, it's trust. Here's the guy behind the brand. You know, it's like that founder's story thing that we're talking about. It's just such a nice way of like showing person behind the brand. Social proof next, guys. Let's jump back to your website and let's start thinking about social proof. So we covered quite a bit of social proof there because I think using VideoAsk and tools like that can go a long ways towards that. But also we need to show that it's from users. And again, I did use VideoAsk to collect all these amazing reviews from lots of lovely faces. So VideoAsk is definitely a tool that you can use to collect, customer reviews. But it's not just video, right? I mean, we still want the more traditional kind of ways of showing social proof. On the Figma file that I was showing you earlier, we have quite a few areas of utilizing social proof on this. So for example, on the homepage, we've got the Google and Trustpilot embed there. As we come down the page, we have another full section just on reviews here as well. And then Instagram embed. And then throughout the site itself, there's lots of other opportunities for social proof. Social proof on the category page, social proof on the product page. But you see what I mean, guys? Social proof in as many spots as possible. Okay. The homepage contains awards, trust badges, and certificates. I don't have any on craft just yet. Did we do a bit on income stream surfers? I don't think we really did. Kind of just put the brands. Yeah. This is all VideoAsk videos here, guys. Okay, so give yourself a rating for number 21. The homepage highlights logos of news, sites, blogs, celebrities where the product/brand has been featured. Okay, so one way that you can do this, and again, I probably wouldn't advise doing this until you're up to some decent traffic volumes, but you can go ahead and order something like a press release from Presswire. And there's a few like this. Another one is called Brand Push. They don't really do a whole lot for SEO, although for a time we did offer these with some of our SEO packages, but they can just be a quick way of like you do one press release for 165 bucks, and now all of a sudden you can say that you've been published on all of these places. They don't do a lot for SEO, but they do quite a bit for social proof, particularly for the average user who comes on here and they're like, oh, right, these guys have been featured on whatever, Fox, MSN, Yahoo, and so on. All right, so go ahead and give yourself a mark for that. So homepage highlights logos of well-known brands. We're doing that on income stream surfers at the moment, like so. Is anyone doing this at the moment?
It gave me the idea to use like the actual, maybe like county seal and stuff like that on a local sites.
Yeah, for sure. If it's a local thing, then yeah, definitely.
So if it's like the Washington State, flag and the county's seal or something like that, then they'll know like it's hyper local and it's it's a trust factor or whatever.
100%, man. I love that. Yeah. If you don't have the fancy logos, don't worry about it too much, but get something up there that's like a seal of approval. And like I said before, mate, do try and get something like
put the 5 stars up there or whatever.
Exactly.
Google guaranteed, something like that.
Exactly. Sorry, I have way too many tabs. Okay, so then the page contains user generated photos, for example, from Instagram. So that's pretty self-explanatory, guys. If you're not using that at the moment, go ahead and give yourself a score. If you are using it, mark it as good.
And when you say user generated, you're talking about the end user, the customer, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the content you might grab from VideoAsk, the content that maybe you've been tagged on Instagram that you've reposted on your page, something from users using the product. I'll show you a really cool example of this, which is also from Dapper Fam. This is just a great brand, a great business owner. But when you go to one of his hats, for example, I'll go to green hats because I just bought one of these for my dad. I got him this one. But what's cool is he has this here, all these user generated images, which you can click into. I think this is the Shopify app, but Doesn't get better than this, in my opinion. This is just so cool. Like, look at this. If you're thinking of like, what is the best way to do user generated content, this is it.
I believe these guys are all wearing that actual Monarch hat too, which is epic.
Yeah, exactly. So they've left a product review from an email flow and they're all wearing the Monarch. Exactly right, mate. Yeah, which is just phenomenal. It's so cool. So yeah, that's how to do it really well, but don't get too bogged down if that's too much. But as you know, like, not everyone is ready to just sit behind a camera and give you content. But if you can get something tangible from your users, then that'd be really good. Okay, so that covers everything on the homepage. Will everyone just spend a minute counting up how many they marked as anything but good? How many points do you need to improve upon following this session? For me, it's 15. 12 for you, David. Okay. Count them up, guys. Let's hear. How many have you got to improve on after this call? 16, Ryan. 18. Okay, we got a few to do there. You got WG. Let's say all of them. 17 for you, David. 15 for you, Trenton. Guys, I hope now you have some clear, actionable steps. You've got 12, you've got 16, you've got 18, you've got all of them, WG. You've got 17, David, and Trenton, you've got 15. Can we all say that we're clear now on what these are? You've got examples in your worksheet. Okay, good. Okay, so I'll be checking in with you all in a month's time, and I hope to see these done. If you're getting stuck, please let me know. I've got loads of different Figma designs. I've got loads of different examples I can share with you. Got a minute, make it count. Fast, effective, free workouts. Put that directly below 1 minute boxing, WG. Put it directly below the title. So it's 1 minute boxing, fast, effective, free workouts online. And then you can have your CTA. Put it just below the title here.
Okay, that's fine.
Good. For me, social proof is difficult as I don't sell much. Fair. That can be difficult. When you say don't sell anything, have you ever sold anything? So go back to those customers, even like 3. Okay, when I first started out my business, I only had a couple of these. Even if you can just get 3 videos, and then present them in a way on the website which just gives that air of social proof. So even if you can just get a few, mate, and it's going to do wonders. It doesn't have to be loads. It doesn't have to be Dapper Fam. I'm just showing you this because that's like the pièce de la résistance. But this doesn't suit anyone. You've got to have a lot of hats sold for that to work.